Cloudcast Media. Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media. We're so pleased to have in the studio with us Erin Rangel. She is the founder and youth resilience coach of Youth Fit2Lead. How you doing, Erin?
I'm doing amazing. And thank you so much for having me in your beautiful space.
Well, you're very, very kind over here. You're lighting up our room. And joining you is Erin Tanner, a co-facilitator for your organization. And the name is familiar. She is also the associate producer of the Spotlight on the Community Show. Erin, glad you're going to be on the other side of the mic now, right?
I know. Yeah. Karen, it's amazing to have you here.
Very, very good.
Thank you, Erin.
Karen, how long have you been doing this?
Oh my journey started in 2016.
2016. Okay, very, very good. So you're into year 7 or 8, however you want to look at that. And are you from this region? Are you from Southern California?
Yes, I'm from Monterey, California. So not Monterrey, Mexico. Monterey, California.
So I saw the prefix of your phone number because that's where my brother lives.
Oh.
And Paul lives, he works at the Cypress Golf Course, and he opened up the Chart House on Cannery Row, and he lives 5-minute walk from the aquarium. So you guys, now how long did you live in Monterey?
All my life until 2009 when I transferred to San Jose State University.
Yeah, great university up there, and so Monterey is a beautiful area. What got you into this organization? Why are you so geeked up about Youth Fit2Lead?
Oh my! Well, I think with everything, life, things happen. And for me, it brought me back to my childhood. And, growing up, you wouldn't guess now, but I was born with a stutter. I had a speech impediment. I went to speech therapy for maybe 6 years.
Wow.
So with that, it was a big challenge. And then a couple years after, parents find out that I am now diagnosed with learning disabilities, dyslexia, ADHD, and then was put in special ed classes. So with that, it comes a lot. And as a young teen, from elementary, now transitioning to middle school, you don't really feel the shift a lot with, okay, am I different than any other kids outside of these classes? It's not until I hit high school that I noticed, oh my God, I am ashamed of who I am. And I've realized I was like walking around with a mask over my face. Now, if it we're really walking around with a mask over our face, but back then I was trying to just fit in with everybody and trying to belong. And it was such a challenge for me. I felt so lost inside, and I wanted to be seen. I wanted to feel important. I wanted to feel that I'm worthy. So I put a facade, but deep down, I didn't believe it. I didn't feel it. Although I would have my parents, my father, who was such a great coach on my side to guide me and show me the gift that I am. But deep down inside, I didn't believe it. So I think that's where it started for me. Looking back to my career, where was that light sparked and doing what I do? And it was, man, I would not want a teen to walk around this world feeling that they're not worthy, walking around that they feel that they don't have a purpose in life or a belonging or consciousness. And that's my mission now.
So when we're feeling that way, we're chatting with Karen Rangel. She is the founder and youth resilience coach for Youth Fit2Lead, joined by her colleague Erin Tanner, co-facilitator. So when you were feeling these vibes, because you stuttered and you were in special ed classes, was it because it was more of you interpreting how people felt about you, or it was really real? People were making fun of you, which kids tend to do, or adults saying the wrong thing? Was it a combination of both?
You said it all. From bullying,
Yeah.
right? From bullying, coming out of classes. I remember they separated. I don't know if they do it now, but it was trailers.
Oh, yeah.
And then normal classrooms. And the normal classrooms were, for me, I said, the normal kids.
Yeah.
And I was a special ed child. So it started from there, the separation, and then the bullying. And then also, I remember I had my counselor. It was junior year in high school. And because this specific day, I could feel it in my body right now. I remember I was looking at the clock and it was going tick, tick, tick.
Of course.
And I was like, oh my goodness, the bell's about to ring. And I'm experiencing anxiety. My hands are like wet, like,
Right.
moist. And I'm like, I'm about to run out this room. And I just hope that no one sees me coming out of this door. This was an experience I was feeling every single day in school.
What'd your folks say? Did you share this with them?
No one knew.
Even your parents?
No.
Sibling? You have brothers and sisters?
Yes.
Did they know?
And they were all in special ed too. So we didn't talk about it.
Right. Gotcha. So Erin, obviously you've got a heart of gold and so forth. And you can imagine what those feelings are. Is that what attracted you to work with Karen?
So I met Karen probably back in 2010, I believe it was. We did a personal development and leadership course together. And I mean, her light is so bright anyways. But yeah, that's what got us together. And then I actually... my daughters did her super camp. Is that what it's called? Yeah.
Discover your inner superhero.
Yeah. Over the pandemic, and they got to, discover their strengths, and it was a beautiful thing that she did over Zoom. And gosh, and then we just carried on until now. I teach communication styles and conflict resolution, and I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Right. So then when did you say that, okay, I want to do something about this. I'm going to take care of myself. If I can't take care of myself, then I'm going to help other people, right? And now, did you focus on something? This is the way to do it. You work with fitness. You work with, obviously exercising the mind as well as the body and so forth. When did that start?
Well, I knew that in high school, I felt like a lion inside that was caged up.
Right, ready to come out, right?
And sports, I was a year-round athlete, sports, track, cross country, you name it, soccer. And I knew right then, I was like, oh my goodness, I am good at this. And I will do whatever it takes to be, show up and do my best. And it was when I hit, I guess, after college at San Jose State, I started working in Las Vegas. And that's when I've realized, you know what? I am greater than this. And I was working as a cocktail waitress at the time because when I graduated from San Jose State, my goal was to become a lawyer. I wanted to go to law school. But guess what? I had a limited belief inside my head telling me that you are not smart enough. Where did this belief come from? It came from all the way from this piece of paper or my education from special ed. So I then discovered the training that Erin was just talking about. And that's when I discovered, wow, I've been playing small. And now I'm ready. And I discovered everything that was holding me back. And a lot of it was an internal dialogue and just the stories. And they say, change your story, change your life.
Well, there's so much truth to that. We're chatting with Erin Rangel. She is the founder and youth resilience coach for Youth Fit2Lead, joined by her colleague, Erin Tanner, co-facilitator. I'm Drew Schlosberg, and listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg's Spotlight on the Community Show, the nation's longest-running community podcast, now in its 17th year in this beautiful studio here in Mission Fed Credit Union. They've been doing wonderful work for San Diegans for 60 years. So the way the program works, do you have an age group that you work with, and how many do you work with, and how often do you work with them? Talk about that.
Yes. So there's 2 segments of the program with Youth Fit2Lead. One, I run a mentorship program.
Okay.
So it's for all girls in middle school and high school. Okay. And then I run the self-love workshop for teenage girls, and that is from 13 to 18 years old. That is quarterly, and that's what I'm doing right now. And then we do once a year. I would love to do it more often, but we do the workshop, Discover Your Inner Superhero in underserved communities. I've been going to Mexico for the past 3 years, and then giving back to the kids in the orphanages as well.
Right. So what does it look like when you work with, we'll talk about the self-love workshop. You got 13 to 18-year-olds, right? And you meet with them how much?
Quarterly.
And how many do you work with? How many kids?
So it's different in every time we meet.
Yeah.
It started off from 9 kids to the next workshop was 16 kids to now. We're looking at 23 total.
Right.
But it's an ongoing program where we meet over Zoom.
Right.
We connect. We have speakers that come in and talk to the kids about what are things that are so crucial for them to navigate through life, lessons that we must know.
Right. How do you choose the kids, or do they come to you? How does that work?
Yes. Great question. Most of the kids are underserved teens. It's either word of mouth, right? Or I'm going on social media. I'm a maniac on a mission. So I'm going to schools, speaking in school engagements, either going to meetings, telling people about what I'm doing. And also the teens that graduated the program talk about it. And they want their friends to be a part of it because they've seen the transformation that it's done for them. So that's how it's been so far.
Right. We're going to be coming back from a break and chatting more with Erin Rangel. She is the founder and youth resilience coach for Youth Fit2Lead with her facilitator friend, Erin Tanner. We'll chat a little bit about how people can engage with you folks. Is there a secret sauce with this besides just showing love? How about that one for a concept, right? And confidence, and some of the things that you have overcome. You talked about stuttering, and there's a very famous stutterer that now is on TV every 5 seconds, and that's Bill Walton, who played for Helix High and, of course, UCLA Bruins and in the pros. He had to overcome stuttering, and it's a very famous story about that. He couldn't speak, and now he's an announcer. You can't get him to be quiet, for God's sake, on this aspect. So maybe we can talk a little bit about that. And we always save time, Erin, as Erin knows, in the second half of the program, what our listeners can do to support your efforts. Can they donate money? Can they donate product? Can they volunteer? So be thinking about that. When we come back from Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show on Cloudcast Media, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, doing wonderful things for more than 60 years in our region. We will be right back.
When you do your banking with Mission Fed, you get great rates on auto and home loans. That's good for you, but something good also happens for a lot of other people. We're not for profit, so we put money back into the community to help lots of great nonprofits to keep San Diego strong. So you're not just getting something good, you're doing something good. Come to Mission Fed. It's banking that's good for all.
Brand amplification. is the DNA of Cloudcast Media, and our code is the powerful blending of sound, voice, and storytelling to lift local brands and their communities. Whether it is our Brandcast, Schoolcast, or Causecast platforms, the unifying ethos is all about this community, the one you call home. If you dare to dream and want to explore the brand amplification of Cloudcast, a national leader in local podcasting and other Winfluence strategies, please visit us at cloudcast.us.
I'm Drew Schlosberg of Drew Schlosberg's Spotlight on the Community show. Boy, now we're in our 17th year, longest running podcast that focuses on the community and the nation in this beautiful, beautiful Mission Fed studio here in Scripps Ranch. Mission Fed, great community leader, helping folks for more than 60 years, joined by Erin Rangel, founder and youth resilience coach for Youth Fit2Lead, joined by her colleague, co-facilitator, Erin Tanner. We'll start with you on Erin. So what do you do? How do you support the work that Erin does?
Yeah, so we discussed how I could get involved and how I could help these teens. There's the things that we learn in school and the things that we don't. And so me being a facilitator for communication styles, what was that saying? Everything is better. If we can communicate better, then everything will get solved type thing. So that's what I'm going to be speaking on, and really being relevant to the things that are coming up in their lives, whether it's challenges with parents or friends, navigating those tough conversations, recognizing the different styles that we are, and then the styles of communication that the others have, and then how we can troubleshoot together to have more beautiful relationships. Yeah,
I think that's the key to it. Communication is so important. It sounds like an obvious statement, but most of us tend to not listen, and the most important thing of communication is listening, not hearing, actually listening to what someone has to say, and not trying to fill in the blanks and going off and staring at the sky and that aspect of it. So talk about that. When you work with these underrepresented students and kids and so forth, teen girls, correct? Right. On this, do you work with them on listening skills and having them focus on that? I find that's one of the most important things if you really want to communicate with people.
Absolutely. I think that is key. A lot of times, a lot of the frustration that we have is because we're not communicating, expressing what we are feeling.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
How about physical? As you mentioned, you were an athlete in high school. Did you play sports at San Jose State University?
Yes, I played at San Jose State. You won't believe it. This little girl played rugby. I was a co-ed rugby team, and then soccer as well. So.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, how much is the physical aspect of Youth Fit2Lead?
It's everything. In my program, because I know the importance of physiology, right? Whether we're experiencing depression, anxiety, what is it that's happening in our body? The problem is that we're not moving, right? It's movement creates emotion. So a lot of times in my program, throughout the whole entire workshop, we're creating movement. We're creating exercises, games, activities that you're able to move this energy, trap energy that you have in your body, and release it. We don't do that so much.
No, that's true. We're in front of this little thing called a computer too much, or the phone, and that's connected to our ears and our fingers and our head and all that business. But now, when you meet, you do the workshops quarterly. Are you meeting at a place? You said you do it by Zoom as well, right? Or is it only Zoom, or is it both?
Both.
Right. And you can you can certainly exercise on Zoom. I know that, right?
Yes. So we start with the warm up. We move our bodies. It's like a dance. Get connected to your body. Right. Get connected to how the movement feels. Not so much of how does it look. It's how does it feel. Get connected back to your body, and we do it in person as well.
Right.
On Zoom, it's just 1 hour.
Right.
In person is a 2-day transformational experience.
Wow.
okay, where we're implementing all of the tools. We are waking up that inner giant within that's been sleeping. And a lot of times we forget of this beautiful soul that we have inside because of things that's happened in our lives. However, in this workshop, we wake that up. You will ignite a fire within. So within 2 days, these teens are experiencing emotions, are experiencing an awakening, are experiencing, wow, I am alive. I see possibility. I've turned my pain into purpose, my victim stories into victories. It's magical.
Right. Now, do you do this at a certain place? Is there at a park? Is it at a building? Is it somewhere else?
Yes, we do it in homes.
Okay.
We have been blessed because of people that have heard our story, hear about our program, and they say, listen, I have a beautiful property. We would love for you to host your workshop here. And it's been amazing. So yeah.
Now, the 2-day deal, is that a sleepover or it's just during the day and then they go home and they come back?
It's during the day. Mm-hmm. Teens want to have a sleepover, but we're still working on it.
Yeah, right, I understand.
Later down the line, perhaps. As of right now, it's in person. So for the specific workshops from 10 to 5, parents come in, take them. And then the second day, same thing. And then we have a mini graduation.
Right. Do the parents participate at all?
For when their teens are in the program, I ask them to ask permission from their teen if they're willing to do it, because a lot of times they hold back.
Sure.
So once the teens come back, because once they graduate the program, they always come back because they want to give back, make a difference, right, for other teens. So now they're facilitating or they're coaches. So during that time, parents come back and they volunteer.
So how do people get a hold of you? If someone's saying, hey, I think my teen would love this, has struggled in school, doesn't have a lot of self-confidence, I think this would be a great program for my teen for so many different reasons. How do they get a hold of you?
Absolutely. They could visit us at youthfit2lead.com. We have Instagram, YouthFit2Lead, or you can contact us directly as well.
Right. And the 2 is the numeral 2, correct?
Yes.
Right. Certainly. Do you need folks to donate money, donate equipment, donate their time? What can our listeners do? Absolutely.
All of it. As I mentioned, we work with a very underprivileged community, underserved teens. So I am constantly fundraising. So yes, absolutely. That would definitely help in helping with the tuition and the cost that goes with running the whole program. Facilitators, absolutely. If you have a powerful message, a powerful story that would really impact and shift the way that teens see life and see life in a different lens, we want you.
Right. And does it have to be the facilitators that have to be female, or because you're dealing with a girls' population, can they be males? How's that work?
As of right now, because it's all girls, it's only females.
Makes sense.
But in the near future, we are working on an all boys program too. So we will be looking into
don't forget the boys out there. They need just as much help, maybe even more. Well, Karen Rangel, what a pleasure chatting with you. Shout out your website one more time.
www.youthfit2lead.com.
Very, very good. Erin, do you have any final comments?
No, thank you guys for listening. And Karen, it was a pleasure having you on. Yeah, just sponsoring a child, advocating for a child, we're really looking forward to this transformational workshop.
Very, very good. So we will look forward to having you back on the show one of these days and maybe bring in some of the teens if they're willing. Again, we'd like to keep the privacy cool on this, but some folks say, listen, I don't mind telling my story. I did very well with it. You told your story. You had to be very brave and courageous to tell that story. So keep that in mind. We always love to talk about the folks who actually benefit from the different organizations, services, whatever that may be. Karen Rangel, what a pleasure. Just wishing you nothing great success moving forward.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Our pleasure. You've been listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg's Spotlight on the Community Show on Cloudcast Media, the nation's longest running community podcast, now in its 17th year, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union and these beautiful Mission Fed studio and Scripps Ranch. And Mission Fed's just been doing great things for San Diegans for more than 60 years in so many different ways. We hope you enjoyed the show.
You've been listening to an episode of Drew Schlosberg's Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego community. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
Cloudcast Media.